Today I'm going to compare the cameras on the iPhone 14 Pro, the Vivo X90 Pro Plus, and the Google Pixel 7 Pro, all on the Zeiss natural look, which I've done without it separately, so check those out if you want to. But this is just strictly on the natural profile on the Vivo. You see how it looks like, because you guys mentioned like, oh, how about this mode? It should be turned on. So technically it should look more natural and less vivid. Alright, so this is just a sense of how it looks like side by side with it off and on. You can tell there's more saturated in the reds and greens, and even the brown sticks out a little bit more. So here's just one quick video with the back camera, since I only see the Zeiss natural option only in photo mode, so here on out it's going to be all pictures. So the sequence will be from ultra wide all the way to telephoto. And right now I want to say that the iPhone's telephoto is not going to be the best one because it's at 15x max versus the other two. The Vivo is at 100x, whereas on the Pixel is 30x. So if you know that you zoom in a lot for your pictures, definitely the Vivo will be the best choice. But at 100x, it doesn't give you the best quality. Even though I would say you can see from a far distance, I would say it's more of a tool than anything else. Like this picture where I'm in New Jersey, I can zoom all the way across to New York and see the people in that building. Can I clearly see the face or the building looks nice and sharp? No, but at least it's pretty cool. So across all these phones, I would say the Vivo does look the most natural, but sometimes it's not the closest to the eye. For example, this bluish teal color is not really that green on the Vivo versus the Pixel and iPhone. It's closer to the Pixel, which is more of a deeper bluish color. When I went indoors to eat, there was this blue light, and what looks closest to the eye to me is the iPhone. On the Vivo, it kind of looks like it's like a forced natural look, and on the Pixel, it's kind of too blue. For this one, the iPhone's ultra wide is the weakest one, but on a Vivo, it's actually not that light blue. It's actually in between the iPhone and the Pixel. So again, it kind of feels like the Vivo's natural look is like forced to be looking natural, which it could be a good or bad thing. Because it is nice to be able to see what's white is white, but when you're in scenarios where there's so many different colored lights, I would lean towards the Pixel and iPhone to represent what you're really seeing in person. But taking pictures with all of these three cameras, I would say the Vivo is the best one for the photographer, since it does give you that bigger sensor look. You get a nice background blur, even the foreground blur as well. So if you don't want to carry a mirrorless camera or DSLR, then the closest is probably going to be the Vivo. So for my personal preference, I think the Pixel is the easiest one to use because you snap and shoot, everything looks great. The Vivo is definitely something for the professional or someone who understands more about photography because it does look great. You have so many more options and it just naturally looks better. And for the iPhone, it's probably the most inconsistent one, especially with the ultra wide. It's not that great in low light, and with HDR, it tends to be the darkest one out of all of them. So I feel like I would have to stick with the main camera lens to get the best results on the iPhone. Now with this one, what's closest to the eye is the iPhone with a strong yellow look. On a Vivo is too gray and the Pixel is just too saturated. But as an overall picture, I do prefer the Vivo most, just because the HDR is on point and you can see inside the restaurant much better. And of course, zooming in is not going to be that great on the iPhone. So those are my thoughts, and I think the Vivo is probably the best phone out there for the photographers who like to take pictures. So let me know your thoughts, and I do have comparisons with these phones side by side without the Zeiss natural look on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.